I'm walking home from the garage, and I've just had the seeds of a poem just appear in my head while I'm waiting at the traffic light. So here we go. By the way, I've also got a brand new subscriber, so thank you very much. I didn't expect to get anyone. Now my brain's gone blank. I was just thinking about mental health, and when Meghan Markle, the documentary a few years ago, she talked about how she'd really struggled with her mental health when she had her first baby, Archie. And the phrase she used, and I really love Meghan Markle, I know she gets the press in Britain particularly, and in America, I call it the Daily Fail, or the Daily, hates women particularly, but hates anyone that's successful. They love the media to build people up and tear them down again. I remember when Cheryl Cole, nee Tweedy, when Ashley cheated, and I love Cheryl, I just think she's so underrated. She's an amazing dancer, she seems like a real badass queen. And the way that the press reacted when Liam Payne died, and we don't know the circumstances, I don't really know much about Liam Payne, I just know that he was a young man who, tragically, whose life ended too early, and he had a little boy called Bear, and that poor child will have to grow up without his daddy. And I don't have kids, and in Cheryl's biography she talks about how she was put on earth to be a mother, which is really beautiful phrasing. But when I wrote a post about Cheryl for my old blog, Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog, I wrote about it's known as tall poppy syndrome, and I'm actually not going to recite the poem yet because I haven't even written it, but I just think anyone who tries to help people, whether it's Meghan Markle or Kylie Minogue or Lewis Capaldi or anyone, deserves to be commended, not to be slagged off, not to be called fat or old or that they can't sing live, because guess what? I get nervous reading a poem in front of a room of 10 people, so I don't know how someone like Kylie or Lewis or Meghan Markle, who was thrust into the public eye because she was in a relationship with a prince. And to be a bit cliched, a lot of people dream of growing up and marrying a prince, but that's a fairy tale, it's not real life. But the point I'm making is, Meghan Markle said when she was interviewed about her postnatal depression, and I had a few friends that have had it, and it sounds horrific. I've never had a baby, but I'd imagine it's even worse because your body's flooded with hormones. And by the way, most depression is chemical, or influenced by things like PTSD. But Meghan said when she was interviewed, and again, if you are experiencing these issues like suicidal thoughts, psychosis, anything like that, and there's a really amazing book if you are struggling with postnatal or prenatal, I think it's called Psychosis, whereas a lady is called Laura Lee Dockrell. She's married to Hugo, who is in the Maccabees, and I really, really love their song Toothpaste Kisses. And the book, I think it's called What Have I Done? And she'd never ever struggled with her mental health before. It's a really, really stunning book. And what's really, really powerful about it is she writes about her, this word sounds quite influency, but her journey through being pregnant with a very low weight baby, then both being really excited, and she had a very traumatic birth, and she just writes about it so eloquently. She's also got a book called, I think it's called I Love You, I Love You, I Love You, which is a novel. That's really beautiful, and it's fiction, but it's based on her being friends with Hugo. I think his name's Hugo. I don't really know any of their other songs, but I really love quite a mix of music, and she just puts it really beautifully. And one of my friends locally also struggled when she had her son with postnatal psychosis, and it can be very serious. People lose their lives because of it, and the mental health services in this country, they've had to be very careful how I phrase this, but they're amazing. I had to wait quite a number of weeks just to be seen face to face by the eating disorder departments of my team, and I'm lucky that there's some really, really amazing schemes and resources to help people who are lonely or isolated in their community. I've talked for quite a long time now, but it's really important to me to help people. And it's raining, and I don't know about you, it really makes me really depressed. I hate it. I can't wait for spring. But Meghan says said in the documentary, and I can't remember the name of the interviewer, but he's really, really gentle and appropriate, and she said to him, it's not about surviving it. I love the lyric, to survive so much. That song quite literally saved my life. Thank you, Lewis, because you don't realise how much power you have in writing such beautiful words that actually make someone think, hang on a minute, maybe I deserve to be here, maybe I deserve to live, and not be depressed all day and can't get out of bed for, I'm sorry, 1.5 to 2 years, and then force myself now almost every day to go outside and interact with people, even though most days I don't really feel like it. It's really hard. But Megan says it's not enough to survive it, you have to thrive, and she's so right. So yeah, this is quite a long one, but I appreciate you all so much for watching my inane videos. I filmed a post earlier, and then luckily, because I did get quite upset, I just didn't really feel it was right to post it. I didn't go into any personal detail, but again, as you can probably tell, like anyone, I have good days and bad days. I'm not in mental health crisis now, but I know from when I was that it's very much on a thread, and there's a lot of help out there, but it just takes so long to get the help. But I'm so grateful to Mind in Somerset, because their crisis safe space sessions in the summer, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. No, I wouldn't be here, but they're amazing. I don't know if they're employed or they're volunteers, but this one lady who would have sessions like once a week over the phone, and good God, you know, when you judge yourself, I'm a real one for imposter syndrome, thinking I'm not doing enough, and society will tell you that you should have all this stuff, a big flashy car, an expensive house, and this kind of lifestyle, and it's utter rubbish. We didn't all have iPhones and big tellies, and if you think back to olden days when people got up with the light, the farming land, arable land, I don't know, the world's just broken, and I'm one person, but I just think if I can help one person by viewing my video of me dancing around my kitchen, throwing a pair of knickers across the room and then land on top of the cupboard, but actually you only see 10% of my life, then really, and I remember the name of the book now, My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella, and she wrote, I still can't believe she's gone, so eloquently about, she calls it the bright and shiny, where social media is like, it's not a mirror, it's the opposite of a mirror, it's like a filter, and someone could say, but Caroline Flack, again, I could wax lyrical about it for hours, but Caroline Flack, I just think it's such a tragedy that people suffer, and through the media they feel that they can't carry on. So yeah, Meghan Markle, doubt Meghan Markle will ever see this, but Meghan, you rock.